Hi everyone, Jacqueline here. So today I'm going to show you my driveway containers that I potted up. I'm using the same color scheme that I used on the front step with a couple variations in it. And I'll show you what they are. So first of all, I've built this around this grass here, and I have the tag in the other container, so I'll show you that. But you can see here I've went with wave petunias. This is a bubble gum that I've already cut back, proven winners. We have a lantana here, and then we have more wave petunias here. You can see the weather has been cold because that's what's happening to my coleus right now. So I will replace it, but for now it can stay there. It's getting frozen. Last night went down to 0. But that's the kind of stuff going on. And then I combined the blue in here, and you can see the contrast of those colors together is stunning. And that is the denim blue wave petunia. So that is how I'm doing these containers. I'm taking all the colors on the step and I'm mixing them up in each container. Now these are new containers that I just purchased this year. These are bigger than my last containers, and they are self-watering containers. I have lined them with landscape fabric, and it gives me the ability to put a tube down the side here and then fill from the top once a week. So this will save me a lot of work because I do not have drip lines going to the driveway. So you can see kind of the plan here. So we have pink, we have white wave, we have these gorgeous proven winners, and then we have the denim wave and the lantana. Inside I've stuffed a few mixture of snapdragons in here in various spots, and that pretty much is how these containers are going to look. I've added my slow release Miracle-Gro fertilizer in here, and I will water with the fish fertilizer most of the summer once a week. Let's go on to the next one and I'll show you what's in it, because each one of these is a little bit different. So once again, the coleus bit the dust from the cold weather, so I'm not putting any more out until it warms up. I have my pinata geranium in here, which is a pink, more denim and lace. The same grass is the center of all these containers. Then I came through with this lovely yellow petunia, which I just love. And then my favorite petunia yet, and you can see the beautiful iridescent colors in the sun, how it's catching it, and they just look gorgeous with the yellow, you can see there. And then we came through here with a hot pink wave petunia, and then once again I've backfilled. That coleus never got killed because it was protected by the grass, but we have some snapdragons mixed in here as well. Now, normally I have 5 containers in my garden. This year, I'm not doing 5 because I want to put a feature right here in the middle to go up and go straight across the yard there, but I haven't got it built yet. And because we're landing trees down in the yard to remove them, I probably won't build the feature till fall, but there's definitely going to be a surprise come in here and some changes to the front garden. And we're going to emphasize a spot along the fence over there to draw the eye in. Right now it looks pretty bare, but it's early. Okay, on to the next container before I get sidetracked again. So here we go. Now each container I do different. Every second one will be different. So this one has, once again, the denim wave petunia. This one has the bubble gum, which the last one didn't. You can see the coleus here has taken another beating. You can see it's getting frost. We have a hot pink petunia here, the white here, snapdragons in here, and another wave. And here are some of the information. I stuck tags in some of them. So this is Snapdragon Speedy Sonnet I put in. And then this is the grass that I'm using, Millennium Effusion Flash Lights. So we'll call it flashlights. And that is what I am using in this container to make it pop. I think it will be gorgeous. This grass is a savior because if it covers over the coleus, it protects it from the cold in some instances. But I will come in and replace them with some larger ones when it warms up. Anytime the temperature goes below +8 Celsius, coleus don't like it. But going down to 2, 3, 0, yeah, that just kills them instantly. Petunias, the grasses, all can take it. Coleus cannot. Snapdragons can even take it. And this one here is the same. it's got the various different petunias in it, and you can see here I've went through here and started picking off the buds, and that's what I do. I'll come in here and I'll literally take these buds and I'll pick them off like that and get rid of the flowers so the energy goes to the roots. And I haven't done the other containers yet because I wanted to show you, but I'll definitely go through here like this and pick all the buds off and pinch out the petunias at the top like so, because that is the best way you're going to get them to spread, is by going through and pinching out all the flowers. So that's what I will come through here and do with all of them, is pinch them out like that. And you can see here what I'm pinching is the centers. And they'll really take off if you do that, as well as feeding them. All right, now let's have a look at my front border here. You will have to excuse the sidewalk. We are taking it all out and going to put paving stones in there. So that's a work in progress. All right, so I came through here and I added wave petunias, and this is a gorgeous fuchsia pink. I'm going to get out of the shadows here. There we go. Fuchsia pink in here. I have my creeping phlox all along here in between them for color. I did a second roll here. I seeded milkweed in an orange to draw in the colors. Hopefully it will come up. And then across the back here, I have my alliums purple sensation, which were here last year, have not bloomed yet. We're very late here. And then I have my giganters, my big ones in the back, which I planted last year. But you can see how this bed is coming. And we're just starting to get some buds coming out on the giganters. So probably another week, these will all open and I'll be able to share that with you how they're looking. But you can see it's really filling in nicely, and I've been adding stuff as we go along. All right, the next thing here, across here, and I went through and cleaned out all my beds. I spent the entire day, and now I gotta go check myself for ticks. So this is lilies galore. Those lilies I planted last year, more than doubled. Look at this, massive. Now I put quite a few bulbs in here, but they've all doubled, so they look gorgeous. We have my purple iris here, we have more lilies there, we have an Annabelle back there, and then we have some orientals in the background. We have our sedums here. My irises have really popped up this year since I moved them in here. Bearded irises like dry conditions. This bed is dry. So I moved them all in here, and I'm hoping to get a bunch of different blooms this year and see what colors these actually were. They should be a mixture along here, and you can see them all in there with the heucheras. I lost a couple heucheras in here, so I added 3 more in here. They might be a little bit different, but the color is close enough, so that's okay. And then what I've done is I come back through here and we're replacing the window boxes. And these are the new ones that we're hanging tonight and working on, so that I can work on my window boxes to bring the yard into full, beautiful color. So let's just go along here. I have creeping phlox purple here as well. I have phlox in here actually that came back I planted last year. We have our honeysuckle vine here, and I have planted morning glory in there. And you can see more. We have oriental poppies amongst the phlox, and we have the odd tulip. Now my tulips did not do well. Like there's the odd one that came up, and I planted a ton of tulips in here. You can see some of them back there, very insignificant. They're not going to do anything. The same with over there. So that was a bust. Annabelle's doing great. We have some catmint here, and we have more lilies here, and liatris, as people tell me I'm supposed to say it, not liatris or litris. We have Annabelle's, litris or litris. More Annabelles here. I totally cleaned out this bed and prepped it for spring planting. You can see here oriental poppies. We have salvias in here, combines, and we have some other perennials in here. We have our spireas in here. We have a limelight back there that I planted last year. There is my tequila sunrise rose, and we can see these are the delphinium I started last year from seed, and they're thick and coming up. This bed had a lot of problems last fall. I got rodents in here bad. And when I say rodents, I mean I had a gopher in here and a vole causing nothing but trouble. And they uprooted some hydrangeas, and I found them laying on the ground on their side. So I lost a bunch of hydrangeas, so I have to replace them. They also did a heck of a lot of damage on my 9-bark. I really had to cut it back. I'm trying to save it. But you can see here, they just stripped the bark off of it. So I'm gonna have to definitely protect it for the winter. The rabbits might have even done that. In here, we have some more yarrows. We have yellow yarrows in here, and I plan on expanding on the colors of the yarrows. Peonies are just coming up. They didn't do anything last year. More salvias, and these would be a purple. This whole area is clean. On my trellises, I have put morning glories in there, and I have a moonflower in here. Once again, more hydrangeas. These should be limelights in here. Even my lamb's ear, which was huge last year, there's not a lot left. It was just devoured. It's just pieces of it. So I had to dig a lot of it out today and clean it up. Once again, another hydrangea in the back. I think that's Annabelle, and I think that's the limelight. And you can see, really a clean slate. We have the odd lily coming up there. I had to be careful when I was weeding. Alberta spruces. That hydrangea took a real kicking. So I've cut it back hard. Hopefully it'll survive. Lilies all in here. These should be my white Asiatics, which were absolutely gorgeous. So I'm hoping that's what it is. Another hydrangea in here, and salvias. More lilies. A peony that's coming up there. And you can see the lily over there. If I can catch it right there. They're all starting to crack the ground. Another peony here that's a little too close to the spruce. I'll move it after it's done blooming and push it a little further back, probably a foot. Because I mean, the spruce, bird spruce don't grow too fast. Here's the other 9-bark. I cut her down. She's been stripped bad by animals, so it's gonna have to be caged if it makes it. I may end up taking these out and starting over because, I mean, they're looking sickly. But I just hate to do it. Salvias in here. We have a little Kim lilac in here, and more hydrangeas. And you can see other things that have been going on here. My potentillas are worth mentioning here. This one had an animal burrow right underneath it and killed it. So I don't know if they're gonna make it or not. I'm giving it a chance. There are some green leaves on it. We'll see what happens, but if I have to replace that, I'm gonna pull all 3. They were yellow, and I'm gonna replace all 3. And this is my variegata iris. I put it in here to draw the eye in, and it works very, very well. And I put 3 of them in here, and hopefully they'll form beautiful big mounds. In the outside here, I did have hollyhocks I seeded a year ago. So I was hoping this year they'd do something. I don't see anything. So our winter was really tough on the garden, and I'm hoping things improve and that it warms up. But until it warms up, there's not a lot of use in me putting a lot in here like this. So anyhow, that's my quick update for you on how the garden's doing in the front. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everybody.